Hello, I hope you are well. Today I'm going to try a new mold. It's a modern mold too. It shows a man sitting, yes, a man sitting a bit like this. So anyway, and there are lots of little details inside. If you can see, little details. And little details like that means potential bubbles. I'm going to do it with resin, a resin from Mrs. Colorberry. I'll also try it with Jesin or Jasmonite. I'll be right back in a second. I have prepared my resin to save time. It's from Mrs. Colorberry. I remind you that for this resin it's 1 volume of A for 1 volume of B. So it's very easy. I've quite a few bubbles though. Quite a lot in fact. Oh, but I let it rest. Well, we'll see. Now I'm going to speed up the video a little. I am going to add some liquid for epoxy. It's white milk, no, ice milk from Mrs. Colorberry too. So it's a little bit transparent. So I'm adding some epoxy paste from Just For You Online. It's Suprem white because I want it to be opaque. And you have to mix it well, carefully, so that there are no streaks, no little things like that left. And then I pour into my mold. And then, well, I realize that the base isn't very well done on this mold because I've got a side that fills up more, which means I'm spilling a bit. And now all I have to do is put it to dry. And of course, I overdid resin. It's always like that with me. Too much or too little. So I'm going to leave this to dry and do something else with the rest. So the rest is for this little vase. I'd made it with Jesin. I'd done a telephone holder, and I can tell you it was a big hit. So I'm going to pour in the rest of the resin to make a sort of base. Yes, it will make a resin base. We'll see if the two parts hold together properly. So I'm going to pour, and my concern is will the two parts stick together? We'll have to see, we'll have to try. And now I'll put it to dry. In fact, I'm going to put my machine on. Yes, I'll do like that. And of course, I have some left. There's not much left, but there's still some left. I don't know about that. I saw the mold a lot bigger than it was. So I'm going to make these molds, which are molds for making napkin rings, you know, for holding napkins. It's been a long time since I've used them. And I'm going to make them in several stages because I won't be able to fill them completely. So I'm gonna do them in layers. I'm making several layers. Yes. First, I'm pouring this layer of white as a base. And then I'll complete it and show you in another video. The layer of white has to be the same for each mold, of course, so I place them side by side and check that the level is roughly the same. But in fact, I had quite a bit left over. Oh my gosh, that will teach me not to measure exactly. Anyway, And that's why you always need to have a little mold ready on the side. Now that's done. I'm going to do a bit of cleaning up where it's leaked and where I don't want some resin, of course, around the sides. And there, that's how you clean them up, and then they also go away to dry. See you in a second. Well, this is the result. So, in this one, I have bubbles that have risen to the surface. So, I put my machine to dry. I don't know if that's why. So, the little vase has quite a few bubbles. I'm gonna have to do some sanding. I hate sanding. What worries me is whether it's going to stay well soldered, but in any case, it's very easy to unmold. I've got a bit of moisture, but that's nothing, just a bit of moisture. Yes, it doesn't matter. So, I don't dare handle it too much yet to see if everything well soldered. I'll do it a bit later when it's hardened. So, obviously, here underneath I've got the sanding work because there are bubbles plus the little resin shrinkage lip. But anyway, I like the result. I think it's pretty cute. I think this mold with the little striations is very, very nice. Let's move on the sculpture. As I was saying, the base of this mold, which comes from our friend Timu, is very badly made. It's very badly cut, so it's not perfectly flat. So I'm going to have to find a solution to make it much flatter. Let's unmold it. It's not easy. I'm going to wear gloves because otherwise it will scrape my fingers because it's not smooth at all. So a little effort and it's done. Yes, and there's the shape of the head, the arm, etc. Well, I think the result is pretty cool. It's not smooth, of course, because on the inside of the mold it's like little squares, lot of little glued squares. And then, of course, as I expected, there were bubbles, so it makes little holes, but frankly it's fine. It's not shocking at all. In any case, I think it's very nice. I don't know if you can get a good look. I'll take some more photos. I put in miniature at the beginning of the video, but I'll take a picture for you to see it a little closer. I'm quite happy with it. And you see the mold, it's a bunch of tiny cavities that are perfect for bubbles. But I'm going to have to readjust the base of this mold because it's all wrong. In fact, I'm gonna have to cut off its feet a bit because it didn't use the right amount of resin. Then we can have fun with this mold. I'll try it with Jesin or with Jesmonite. I'll try pigments that I'll run inside, chameleon pigments, things like that. It's only the base that's giving me a bit of trouble, but that's okay. I'll put a photo right at the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't hesitate to leave me a comment or give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. And welcome to my new subscriber. Thank you very much. We'll be back very soon for new adventures. Take good care of yourself. Bye.